Shira Emperor Ghana so Nyuma ajawa Jakuma Ghana
Bravo, my enthusiasm for my nafi, yensheni komo emfa emana. Emi say, let's say we had the one cat anymore. I want some by how to attain food independence. Our Ghana, my emo. Na woman na wo twede egusu a ye tweguma na no na ye pe ho adesua ye hwa bobo ye ho so my Ghana nje egusu bi say ban on tomatoes from Burkina Faso. How can Ghana attain food independence? Ye be de na yetumi ade ho efi nnuane sem emu se be ya enei wo de fa emo boto emo sack no na kenkan ho Taiwan, Vietnam, like I don't know bebre aden ye frase sen ye be wi see obi be say no an sen na amen enti e monom no tomatoes no jenne no ya de ade no aden yegusu a yan ka sentumi ende enti ka Ghana ye wo eye warehouse a tomatoes a hyemu ma na ye twekwa aman ahodo so ankechen yana ye wo eye cyrus a emo ahyemu 1 million tons amugum nankofo betweko maman so a enkechen ya na ye be den yetumi du sa level no ya attain food independence ye de ho aduane mu aduane abu ye be ye den eno ne nkomo enne je baba bedi e wa TV Ghana dache so as politicians betumi aboa yam yetumi attain food independence na the politicians won betumi de ene kwan ben so na ne ba behwe eno ni Alhaji Ibrahim NPP communication team member Ogumo East and menua Gideon Ribbon Aite enso former youth organizer the ma adesiamo Domi Abra Obomu constituency in the name of NDC former assembly member and so no and then penifo mienu and atnasia ye betwa enran komo no eso e wo ne fa sei na ye hwe tomatoes no kwa ba na de ye center woni nyina eso because Ghana no aduane bu a epuma ye nyina na nsen ye mo bag yi be ba fa mi se wo di bi mi so mi di bi ye be de na etunya de ho kra eno komo ye ba bedi Alhaji adapai mamu na kwa ba de mu na kwa
so so bi
ko boko de
o bia boko
all right Alhaji adapai yankwa na kan chiama adafo
eja me fa kwanya we na menchia Ghana for ene kaso man go mais MPP ma a mo hwa me anapai I think say last week yana yeah celebrate Eid al-Fitr we wish all the Muslims communities ni Muslims omunya akonja atimi eko celebrate Eid no so na machia Goma East constituency me chia me krom for chaponi for say omohwe na machia me henia owokaswa Chimbawa the first Emma Chokosefo and then I be the Alidu Ako.
All right. Omuna so ejo so an pay. Engineer Twan Geneso right. Na check na do
so we bo no pede me fa wo fije so na mechia Ghana mine na mechia the good people omohwe ye e wo ITV fije so it's a the good people of Domiabra Obu constituency chia all the executive right from branch executive position to national mechia obibia and I mechia a man penning papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or share Dunyam Ewo Obimanso mechia no mechia honorable member of parliament honorable Isaac Awuku Yibo any municipal chief executive Honorable Moses Kabukubi Okanse late but my MCE ni personal assistance no Richard Ahaji last week I'm sending out to people in birthday na me ma high until me fa kwenya we so na ma wish no belated birthday and I say na me bra kan no ye nuanom Muslim for omu de omu afahye omu wie 30 days fasting no em say omu mpaebo minim say nyankopon etiama asondwe beba oman we mu nti I wish them a belated happy Eid omu nkoso mbompa mbwa oman Ghana.
All right. And Sabre will feel also watch any be episode PR or Facebook and so Senia television ITV binya on nti link ne so on tibia se a share link na on sake bia o message bia which means so dia fa ho e de amaye na yetumi akonkan e de amawo remember was say wo pese ITV dwumadi ayeti wo bo wo niam ho dewuro e wo so akonya e wo ho because Sabre ko no an festive seasons mu an ye wo we Sabre Eid abesen ko enche Easter so e de animu enche other festivals nkofo cruise festivals awodo ani na wo to ne mo ma yeto ba be koso pa nti no so ne je so ne ITV edidwa number ye producer de beto TV so mo de asa betumi afa say product bi na wo ye services bi na wo render nyanya nka ye bon de wo e wa ITV de amawa mo de ana wo ne ni sa so ye be boa mo won so adwaton de no ana odwuma wudi no etumi de eche ye chichiri benche ye emo bia nsa etumi aka bi wo be free 0557 212423 0557 212423 na wone ITV penifo atwetwe enkomo na yetumi abo ne amahude wunso de amawo yevri enkomo na se na afi yenkoye nimu alaji yenhwe Ghana ebi ye dream se ni nyina yate Burkina Faso say asase wo say no for say maya mefa ntoso obi yate ase ye be de yetumi ade ho e de free enuane emukra
me that's it. So we it's a topic which is very important. Na Ghana no na ye deserve na say yensa aka no. Sebi sa wo hwe
ni ye deserve na yensa aka.
Yeah. Sa wo hwe Ghana and Burkina Faso. When you talk of fertile land anka why na ewo asase
ye wo
pa Ghana by atna ho Emma Bibia. You see, and I came across say Ghana annual biano you're spending 760 million Ghana cedis. I call imported tomatoes, which is equivalent about 100,000 metric tons. They could far free the neighbor countries like Burkina Faso ni other way. Meanwhile, Ghana, even Ghana for itself, so called the 5 northern region and the Volta region. Say you see say irrigation, we have the water body. But because of politics, MPP and this hey, from Oti region, Dambaine Pandaimon Putum Hono, sa the white voter and I'm friends Oba Timpoko side na, and so oko the Savannah region, Bupe, and so Yape, and so oko nansanya ya no de politics ya friends umami sa north east ho side no sa damp ya yesi ba omia say MPP is delivering. No. There is a dump at that area. I award the contract cry. Ya no say Dr. Rajma omia say ya ye. I don't know if they don't know the difference between delivering and delivered. Umami damp na din. When you are eating, that's a damp.
Minimum dia wo kasa mo ye nti ani ho ayebeka.
There's a damp. You award the contract. I think even President Mahama Krabejitum. Now I say intro, but mobile power no. Palugu damp.
Okay.
No crumpled by that country. How do you call it? It's a yeah.
Okay.
I must say I award the contract, but Oma mobile and I must say I award about $12 million. I must say Nadia I must say I award the contract. I feel the mobile I must say I award the contract. They just say yeah. So it's in the process. The fan say Sir Palugu Dampi and that was so many years from Jerry time, Kufuor time, President Mahama and President Mer's time, to Akufo-Addo time. But because of politics in tea, Yantima fight Yansa. Anka Dambwe, Amfanya, the Papa Magana. All year round, a bit my year, set tomatoes and name moon, rice, because of northern regional. As I said, I will see who does any Ika person will be over there. Yeah, by I say MPP time, we use something like this planting for food and jobs. And also the policy say, Senke Shreya, it's a nice policy. A Shreya, I dream about near. And there's MPP near them. Who is to benefit? and I even say any ye now we in this senior so to me be and there person Mahama buy say how come kitin so we MPP no one you so to me apply me and now me so these are the some of the things because say Oba Ghana say cassette policy we have nice policy but because of political gain you know we person we na who say no we na any Oba so na within that time you know because of opese oye we no mo say ono na ye me I always say this since me MPP but the only problem I have with MPP policy na ye pese ye bibia na eso Ghana for so which is not possible. Let's say we took free education send the end is about much I want to mean so it's not about doing free education, doing planting for food and jobs, doing this nature say why and say bakun prompo na obaya ye it is our food planting for food and jobs. The Minister of Agric no mo faso ne wan. You say I can't understand that ministry. Me ntia say that ministry no ankasa no na him faso ne wan. Because when you look at our Greek system I don't see any important policy and now program here e just see what say we there you can mention and thereby Koko Krampo say ya ko Minister of Finance. That ben Minister of Finance be in charge of Agric. So these are the policies we are talking of. We don't have a clear vision for the nation. Whereby office say nyono be ya no moto no ye. But meanwhile we have policies. Mo say 40 years when plan. But when na that MPP or NDC when na was say let me follow that plan. But the same MPP for no NDC for no mo so ma bin omo na enja Ghana mo when they go for second parliamentary benefit. You say omo na ni person Ghana for nyina. But mo mfa so ne wan. So these are some of the issues. And then, America say NDC have the right to implement any policy they want to do because they have the majority. And let's say, almost bro. Because Nana NDC MPP, no, almost say, it's not Ghana for to about you. So, you sure more this parliament down for now by politics. No, how many years today? Oh, share Brian Tuare, how many years now? What do you work on? So, oh, by less than 2 years. What to me, see tomatoes factory. Besides, who say Ghana? It's Commander Sugar Factory. How many years?
The politics side.
MPP are too because MPP started sa policy near to her. And therefore, has kind of my investing in a waste. So this is tomatoes factory. We have tomatoes factory since coming Kuma time.
It's Akumadai.
NDC Ababa did 20 years. MPP Ababa did 16 years. NDC Asaba Bium. So who says that tomatoes factory? No. And then meanwhile we look at the Sky involved 760 million Ghana cedis. So I said they share them with Muha, Mobudu in Entminsia. Yaku no be my so. Meanwhile, we have the land. So what is it? It was asking, it was you know, but because of a big personal interest. And then on my band, Burkina Faso Munishi Crampo no, or no the cool Crampo buy no, or buy a Crampo. And who said no? It's so when a Greek year, it's so when a health sector year, so when education year, and these are the pillars of every government. Because so Obama said you. The new man, I said that be a cram. I'm going to force crampo. Yeah, crap. And no cross, you can't they crab by yes, capital. Avian no crampo and this by your muscle motor. When they oh, when you're me, to Papa to Papa, so the politics I shame because I say, quite so MPP and this in your own yabi. Only this needs to see our contact no yabi. So this is the policy we are talking of. So say you Ghana be able to make it's not about MPP and this MPP and nya catch on seminar we and nya because that food and declaring then planting of food and jobs
planting for food and jobs
think your program and can say NDC MPP buy na ye di buy na can say hwe na ye and they first NDC omuntu mbetwom because we have free education when I don't know omuntu we have health insurance we no ma omuntu. But because what now I need no mass, some almost because Ghana for now, your mom, we are meant before. Let's assume send there how concrete me a large man, Nebia, let me see me here. Nebi Bana, who said a benefit to me, and people almost almost charm, I would just have my charm on mamma. But I don't know, my said no, may I buy a check, I will send Chandy. And the Mrs. Samuel Bamba, Samuel me to be nice, and I'm assuming benefiting and Samuel me follow.
Yeah, can say, yeah, maybe you know something, yeah, can you? What shall I say? Ghana spends an estimated $400 million every year on chicken imports.
Chicken import.
$400 million.
So just imagine, say this $400 million in the shares are Kitty project. Office said by 2 to 3 years to come, but because of Obini personal interest in scan crowd, you man drew. Me, I was to say, you see, say President Mahama, say former President Akufo-Addo, say President John Rawlings, they don't have problem. But it's to our ministers and the people, those called technocrats for now, almost say Omuna, year politics crumple, they are the even worst. Omuna say Omano crumple.
And you know, my main car with everything, we are Ebebem. Now, I'll share my job online 14th April 2025. Annual $400 million import of chicken is a shame, President Mahama. And I didn't say me at the It was a American a hat yina. Yeah. Because we use the word a shame. A new one was yet. See a child, my new Chris say at the crank of one. But the toss now about this.
And Senior, yeah, and how can get it? Yeah, President, currently he's the president. He decide. Obusom said, how can get it? How much and invest into that concrete now? I want to know specific amount. Because a nice policy, because I can't get a policy and no try. It's a nice policy. Because when it comes to a Greek sector, there, want to mean find every government diano will be dear or human resources ne a Greek so. And the human resources is where you acquire the knowledge through the education. Oba sa concrete up to there, you see a lunch, you see a check. What I'm saying. But only to me said this is the specific sika. You just share concrete no more. Say a boss can now tear. Now we hear near Kosoya, you'll be shocked. So it means Yankasan near dear bro. It's like I say, near Ghana for you and a broken up for so for a day. Now will be a no crowd by or the cool grandpa nearby. Or non pono when you go to one niece and man come he has been able to say, me daddy will see menu so within 2 years, what you must see tomatoes factory. I or just say on there export. What I say, not say who have now a bensu for so many years, but say 20-30 years, because Kwame Nkrumah friend not tomato factory now. That 30 years now up to then obedient means this is a factory no. That means it's so for fraud. That means we don't know what we are doing. And sometimes so we share say cool na you say democracy na party na you won't say because this guy is setting example. Or ya man na be a gun of falcon no.
So no, Oluku by
democracy. I don't see the need because me who difference a womb. Say baby Ghana it's not about political party. It's about who can do the work. So we MPP new and this nobody Maya Ghana for so so we trend na course say na. It's not about the political parties. So we a party ni now ban obet men year Ghana for so. So this is what we should focus on.
All right. Alhaji Ibrahim is on the submission at the Atubia at the found Komwa Yedi better than a Ghana yadi free a year in Rianapon Samukra food independence and in home community. I did Mamra when I Yensha also. I say I can kind send me the Mampini the I for 20 action. Many be friends if you go.
So we will miss others of you. Me say come or share empa our message enti me say come onu na ye Domiabrobo constituency election director or share anope say come me chia so people to me no the AC no I think it is good a wake up call to Ghanaians and the government because you see say BBC Bibi nyede.
Say baby I say
ya bibi nyeye. Ma se na menuane kai na mpa ye ba nsem a yekoso ya ensese anka ye no politics. But I thought be a we wo free politics no so a emwa because obi say bibi wo baby and obi ye ni. Un say ye be chichiri oman no a process. One party and one government ain't me yeno overnight. Obet me aye bribi akodu baby na obi nso abeto aso. Send a menu and car no ampa. Planting for food and jobs. Then see a good policy because yen na ayeti ha no. At the end of the day, sorry for her. Aduane na ye copy deal. But your answer na ebeti apo. Very good. But omo kura omo ntime ye ni ye. but yen in yes in boss de no say ye planting for food but ye guso but just what you say ye guso omo krampo chama wuntumi omo Asante regional chairman say ni cases na ye di abonu kwedu wo court say skabia ya wakoji ye say or big farm or the koyesa food planting for food enye no koreda but in nekrampo say wuntumi court I say we are intimidating him but mo policy our sanko jiska or bank enye no kore enti say see ebeye ni here sometimes so yendi no kore ma ye hu kakra say wo party person na one year ni here ka say one year ni year so oye ni year so na ya bona baso adena me kasa sa Burkina Faso insensemi ampa enye say Ghana ye ndua tomatoes wa ye dua sometimes kwa ye dua tomatoes mani bros ama epro ama nanse ya MPB honorable bibi very Asante very good Emma he called upon the president ama president Omar Kofabaye and said diaka and say ekwan ye betimi a produce no dodo bebre ye produce we so a storage bebe betimi a keep and say because a perishable product but produce anameboa and nothing a problem no enti wa wo hwe anamwa abanwe to say anansen ya yeko cattle sword is it farm service something but so what is that
farm service
center say ade be bua sa anyoma no but so what I say because send ya cocoa for the yenuanu mu a omo de politics say cocoa for omo amunim say price na confirm so still almost a bank pesca na yemfantu omo kana omo de omo ho ntom no me ka say you wrong but ejuma wo ye na enu aketua na say wo ye de wo ye price aye ton no enu mu na say wo nya wa ketua sa attention
Ghana for someone tiasi
almost no tiasi but Mahama yes MPP for na tiasi koko for nkasankas koko ekuafo bebre na atiase say sa ena intumu no so ba ena ye betu mama ye dia ena say nyehwe the only way menu no MPP for on betumi criticize NDC aban beji atomu complete say they are right ne say etumu ena ya ntuma mo dia ena mo ye right but so what you say but in prepare enya ye nim say ya ti so die ye be fa no sa na sa energy na omu channel e the kokoko we no why don't they rather advocate or call on government say see Burkina Faso for abani tomato say any aban energy now woody emma cocoa for free fertilizers free weedicide ni free pruning ni de keka ho nyina no aden na womwa tomatoes ekwafo nso no muntumi ye no mo ye so wi a wo mo free fertilizer de o mo hwehwa akade a on betumi e dia produce we tomatoes no in plentiful wo wi a per senia ye betumi a preserve storage no amom omo ye we a then they are becoming a good opposition party a omo bua oman no ekanko but enye the kafra to me ehun hia because at the end of the day no obi anim say market price no above them enti mi no maba na ewo so minim say senia wo kan we ne kire yen Yeman Penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Oka say it is a shame that is regarding
$400 million.
Very good.
The important
this say on one kasa akano public say it's a shame no. He will take some steps going forward no nyoma ebesisa minua no agriculture asem na here kan because tomato farming no is part of agriculture but that's what you say poultry is part of poultry asem na o kan me nye poultry farmer da but senior o kan through this akukon ketenkete betumi aka say I have started something small somewhere and kuko na ye che ye mpo no enye NDC for nkwa na ejiye had a normal greater, but district by district, municipal by Mimi Hall as English among food, Omoy, Domia Bro Bones, Omoy, and
Central region,
pass we almost started free baby. That's right. I say a pilot way, but me per se, Minia Ibrahim, until I say, a buying idea. Accountability does not start with the project. Accountability, but after execution of the project. Okay. But what I say is it Otihano pay and now okay, ye names Kadodo po ye name says yeah. I mean he's getting it wrong because at the end of a project no and son now bet me bisa say sky and amudi share when I send a call na
monye propose amount.
But akukon kitenkete e wo budget mo ana any budget mo e wo budget mo into unconscious budget I allocate that's right but that's what I say but after allocation of the resources na ye no at the end of it all no say wombe account to the good people of this country. That is where menua our problem be wo ho a on famra de yenka but say na project is in process so it's in progress, let me put it that way also no what you now say we name scam and no accountability. I mean you are getting it wrong.
Ghana for
accountability and yeah there no pe bia accountability is after the project has been executed and onua ka say and then what you say binimo na party so some power no some of the things that they didn't consider party people now on one case the flag bearer he is going around promising his party people say this time around so we near picky party people there across certain positions and certain opportunities one can but me person want to say no which is also part of agriculture no or applier or benya won't mean tna kafra ufie ma aban nipa ana this on beba say won ku kodi o be
there ma okra won't mean
exactly it mean me party for poor almost because they did not apply for it no omusanka bi omunyaye wo apply crap ebinum krampo omuye party for mpo make me say ebinum krampo anya but other party for omusanka nti so here
obi anya be do say
oh ade no em say na say 50 you say one almost use to tell me I'm not good almost say one box or so me
okay
em say 50 yeah, I say 50 na woman. Just a ubisa. Me good. But me nya de amenya. Me nya de na kakakaka. Enye say me nya de menya say me nya chen obi. But say na ye chair no. Me so me nya say I'm okay with it because the first time me ye ni year because enye say ye ni kaka so say agric officers says omo ba round omo check it nti we ye ni year next time no you bet me a double and a triple amount. That is how the project is going to be. And senior ye ka tomatoes asem no who say papa no oba ye no ono so do oba true cool but ye nyoma bebrama ye nyina krampo a ye free Burkina Faso no ye na gine ho and I mean say Yera John Dramani Mahama so obo eduma wo man we mu a ye nyina dodo na just omu kakra bia na say krampo ye so omu support base krampo asa decline no omu na omu pe power abanti omu pese omu kanfo aba no oye and say na papa no a stop say importation and exportation of tomatoes from Omuwe no e didn't know yes sir yes omusu almost sorry ya no or say there be he has put in ban on it too because why yet tomatoes factory but that's what I say and no person process na bebre na enka we anampo say betimi a after processing no and sana say betumi I export na omoaye very good run the on purpose a very good initiative why me man kudos for that and Ghana so especially with the current government, you best to be every hall. Now, yes, so you are taking initiative. Now, me brawe, okay, yes, started free baby. What is that called? Burkina Faso, my sugar factory be. Almost factories, but mean tea sugar factory. And yes, NDC are buying starting with sugar factory. And then almost yeah. Buy no.
Most starting sugar factory.
Sugar factory, we know. Commander, say na machine
renovation. And then now what I am.
Very good. Renovation machine no. I no just say. But me boy. Say NDC are buying a buyer. Na machines no wo ho ya nye hwe MPP aban so baaye but yera John Dramani Mahama baaye no oye den or renovate ye ama oye bibia plan no o ma roadmap aye de be production no say a good idea na a good idea a good idea ade no mo baaye no all the politics na ye ho skako mo to at a point in time they wanted to sell it out meanwhile no aban ube producer ade ama wo man benya ho mfaso no wo pese won ton na nipa no ton ma na ono de koye den enti se ne oka no de ehia sese ade se na last discuss wa no e say we nyina se so betwa ye nya national policy a ebeboa because national policy be to me akova we nyina enti aban bi ba obeyi ni nyina ba ko na ye implement
right ma me na wa se no so de a ye national policy long term national policy and he said 50 years no say ne pese Ghana ekokoduru enti the first 10 years no say into over 4 years near them. Oh, twentwa na se do. Awe ni apamo na ye de fofraba. Se na be 50 years no. Na be a pesi edru no. Na edru ka se be 10 years no. Ne wo factories were reaching bia. Wo buy in 4 years untumi nye factory ba ko. De na tell say 6 years na ka no betumi aboa Ghana. Ni apamo na wo ko. Nti sa de me se baka wase wa mpem bebre. Long term national development plan. Ghana nyapa because I yes manifesto party manifesto e ka wona Ghana do be edu na me nto ade kakram na me ba na fim mama badwa fonso atumi abemu kakram e de ama ora fo ye guso ye promotion promo we ye Eid and Easter promotion the Destiny Properties Limited at the Ghana for and baby I tell me can the Destiny Properties Limited want someone let me yachi every sem o ma boa Ghana for bi enyansa se ho dwo amanso ni ho e masa bibie from project ase a wo moye na no dire me kan sa so beto asase dia men koye na obi sei mesrawo ngra obi ani mo bia wu obi amu bia obi amfo obi anya hwe ye yina efifi mia ni ababetna ha u kodi obi echi o kodi sika na twa asase na mawo ebe wie echi wo hwe no kra unhunu sika no nso awadi wo betwe emma asase no so ye se ayo hini bi dia like bre ube jemu apostle enti wo mpɛ ho asɛm a the Destiny Properties Limited number no and the team nas fa na no pay ya from no mu ni nkomo bi so maybe o sase no e wo ne the prices because maybe asase wo bia na the price e for pa and your terms and conditions ban payment and one yetumi ma 6 months 1 year and 2 years now the tree best spread the amount na what to me the tree and so when you say the Destiny Properties Limited be and so from e numbers so na asase no e bi wo amasaman ne mpotemu be bi say amasaman bia bi e fere hobo amasaman odenki amasaman obomu ni na bi wo ba kaso area nso am na wo kaso a ojobi kaso aye ojobi akoti area mu ho na akoti wan so ye odom na se ukobiriku nso a ye obi krobi e fere bentum ho bie pa ho bie tentem ukoja saso ha eni se beboa ma wo so tumi a business e wo honom ye won sa wo so ne portable ensa wo ye wa atakrom ya wo jan ensa wo poku krom ensa wo pampa so na teacher mante da kwan no ho pe main road no to pensa wo teacher mante wa ye do be main road no ho amakonya asase ya boa me ene esuboy so da kwan no sa to do for bomode say woni the Destiny Properties Limited be sa so ukosege dawa soga kopi ebia ofifra mantemu ofifra dan ne potemu opese wo ben okrom nso a e wo so kwansas ne bi e wo ho every mountains e wo so wasase e wo ho e na afia jeso e wo kumasa santimantemu nso no ye wo bi e wo ho no ma wo kwa e no so sabakatodofo be bia o pasase ya bobo so nko ade the Destiny Properties Limited say from anopay na only omunye hye we down payment a you go twa asase na ma what start your project no we twa ne nkakra for number no 055 55 19172 055 5519 and then 053 500 3031 053 500 3031. Yes, so waka between the ababa besesa yama wasase no ye evaluation ya the price no e fa na afie ko twa asase the amount ye cost site every day bi aba Saturdays there ye boadoma no ne de o market site but na frɛ na oni omuni nsa so we be the Destiny Properties Limited e waka so Adam na share filling station no e ho no ma na wonsa e be kadofo kwaje wasase na asase wo gi a na wunsa mpa wo twimpo so be ye project na be si dan wonni asase a wonni dan who as I say, what trust no one day, just in it so. The Destiny Properties Limited, a beboa. Whatever my entrust so ever hanafi, your first manakana. 5 minutes, in a favor, common. Ibrahim and command yeti. Afi, ya solution. Ya point problems. I want political blames womb. And also with it so when crop one before it to me a planting for food and jobs near ya and can then any solution anything.
Sorry. When you are cancer, person me point send be okay. Em say no can factory. I say Commander Sugar Factory. I no know him say on my renovation.
But I'm say what can afford me and none of me.
What your friend say? A coffee juice fully completed and is working under President Akufo-Addo. Timayina no or CNC factory be anti hold the floor. What is a farming service center?
Farmers service centers, farmers service centers. BIM say we are for wow, bibia be corner the ade tomo ye farming areas now.
When you go to the 2026 budget, more 690 million for farming civic center. Then they have 245 million Ghana cedis for livestock development. Then you ask yourself, President Akufo-Addo Dubai no, so called the special the farming areas the project to be by a warehouse project senior beya or more harvesting the abana or many baby or make keeping at. So these are all part of policy the bar in agri sector to help say Akufo no. So let's assume say MPP buy no, so na me kind no, me say me MPP food and job no, ya nshita though they try to do it, but I need it in your panel. Me panel there. Me I'm yeah. And to say a banosa, momo buy no money side idea here, and then I say moye.
I think of trust no me any
omo trust. So if and that conquer getting idea, and things cast food for job no view and now add the policies. Let's say this tomatoes, this palugu damp. I bet my benya energy. Ebenya this tomatoes irrigation farming all year round. It's a nice project. Mobile no kasa blebe no buy on then my farm. Even President Mahama, even the energy minister John Jinapo, Eko Kai say contractor no anye adwuma no and was saska. It's about $917 na waji $12 million. So says anetia MPP anye nti den na momo ye fa ho. Amon say idea ehia ye from Kwame Nkrumah time State Farm na ye wo 1960 which is Kwame Nkrumah 1970 a champion omo nyina be implement.
I say we je area mo akwa na bi
and from that time no ba na no NDC ni MPP when na ba momo then I hear fa ho. So it's not about the time say obe blame government be. Me see currently NDC also Akufo-Addo time yam ban tomatoes, so there was nothing in mind to solve that solution. Yam fan say but yam draw attention to it. Wo time now enya haba. Akufo-Addo time na go farming na omo do no. E no krampo no mo se yam tua farmers no some certain amount. And Akufo-Addo flow. And na won best na obuy krampo no wan yew. E che say won kan no correct. Because I was seeing to be 7,000. No man to ya. Now buy 7,000 one to ya. And so would be count. That are not price and reduce the world market too. That year ends for you to say world market and determine your price of local goods today. But now for the time then your world market price and determine the price of local goods today.
Solution.
So that solution is what I am saying. It's just that it is not that there is no plan. There are plans. Let me catch you from 1960 today. The state farm, you know, I let's revive the state farm. So who by now who say commander sugar factory? Let's revive it because
the state farm say be sugar.
We didn't think our person will revive that this. Then I say we. A person akufado the pineapple juice no. Omon buy number establish you. Yeah, work farmers today they produce. The raw material is there. Sugar cane now we produce sugar and I we are the same. But because of the project, you get money. That's your interest. Only on the profit to film man or much more. You're just coming now. Because whatever any commissioner, any panel, I would deal all perfume, one year and then no. That is a lack of your problem. I owe Ghana. And when it comes in terms of politics near and governments near. It's not one separate to be bad. You could start away. I won't say it. You are suffering because the people who are channeling those policies, no, so they are kind of fun. Let me also search for my own. Me the food for planting for food and job. My young pen, my team is that. And so be about Miss Timbra. Me see this Kitty. Would have changed by 2 years to can Yanko May and Quatentin by 2028. So whom I want to get home for so Ghana have a catch because Omaji. Women's ban. Let us launch women's ban. Nyopo Hono, Omaji. Mahama K, Nyopo Hono, Waji in Kenya, sir. Why do you have national insurance to launch Mahama K? For what? So that's the people we are talking of. Today, who buy an coin akufado yeno. Who buy an ukra pokwasi one cat sick and crown fan train roho. And then they in year quite no, in Nakam, and so you buy no, who's soon away. Until that's in a palugu dam. Mikasa, sometimes Mr. Namika, I mean, American. And a palugu dam will buy a Dama contract. And this kind of Dama contract, no. Would the fan say I'm panning Mokan and part $12 million? No, contract no what Jack could be free. President Akufo-Addo and MPP no money million service and 1 million sign no money am no could free. Since can I cannot want say I'm first can na contractor no. And it was the project was in sector energy na irrigation this animal no. Wo dey you forget energy no na because we don't lack energy. Aka 1 minute. Aka the near here see irrigation na e dey be farming no. Concentrate on that one. Na who say oh wo dey we buy 1 year but we what they are now concentrating. Or more concentrate on electricity energy. Do you have energy problems now? The doom you left has been solved. Why don't you go for the irrigation system? And also back to the energy. This is what the president said. It's not about me. What the president said, what your energy minister said. The videos are there. You can go and watch it. Okay, all right. But no, I didn't hear to see. I agree. And here to see. They say no away. Burkina Faso for Maba. Tomatoes. Yeah, state farms. Solve it. Government. That's the to know the importance of the government is when there is a problem, when there is a crisis. How to solve it. Okay. It will determine whether you are a good government. So now all the agric sector have problems. Cocoa sector have problems. Then the normal rice farming, tomatoes, no so we have problems. Where are we heading to? All right. Remember was Ibrahim. And in Abano, yeah, the mobile how about best of it's a problem about some mine. You see about tomatoes, some mine. Who wants about some mine? You hear state farms. I want to hear the park. You hear state farms and send some review. And so we mammy a time. So we go. It is a solution.
But not some more kind me rectify.
Number solution in Munanga.
Who say I buy woman contractor. And yes, sir, Ubi Tiascano, I'm a contractor, and Nekanaye where Jumao. Supervision count. Ube sure said the contract is executed. And no nature say, oh, yeah, a Juma. But I was the Palugu dams, more can say, why you, no one can say, what to ask almost on my year. And Cadiano, we don't know. Almost on my idea, no, I'm a net. Yaba, so be. Ama akoba say. Mama kind of correct.
What about why you
delivery? You can't say. The super we no. So be. The super we me bill. Oh, kasa na nyese be anami ni asem bi aka. Sadia na enyo. Sasuba no so be bo. Enyo me pesa akra o. Correct ho. Musu mo ye, mo di ye de. You can't say aye. Okay.
Me say what I will make it.
Why do you have to always pay me with somebody who is behaving
okay.
Me join them what you speaking to you. What you say the right thing. Yeah, but and I'm say munye mumu Musi, I don't know almost share about some one district, one factory. I can say one village, one dam. One village, one dam, baby. Daga now amu 2 years no dam. You have to bow down your head in shame.
Then solution.
Yeah. farmers service center again it is about what is it not about agriculture ubisa onuko onim sade na yeko cutting sword ewo Afram place no go onim he doesn't understand it but I say who beside the host say what I say farming service center let's say ekuafo omu supporter say yen fan support omu omu eduma be ko yie no enya they will solicit it from there being tratters first no you see
Kasa so kasa charge for
me hama next time me ba na be share Brian wa me cool
I don't want to pay you because
because
solution
what can stop my media no you are distracting me why don't you just go on I mean we won't say at the end. I say, who catch him? Say, who could school? Me catch him. On Senia Ghana are buying etumi support to cocoa farmers with fertilizers and other incentives. No, sana de ne be koso. Inti ebetumi aba say pineapple farmers be nyomu support. Tomatoes farmers be nyomu support. Even poultry be nyomu support. Obi abenye ne de. A step at the right direction. You did start agriculture away no. What you say? And yes, I will sorry precope. Na wakoye. Sana the city. And now, senior me man penning his excellence John the man no can. Wakuko say it's a shame no. You say, and yes, I can work or can say oh a shame on your she and Let me say in 93 days or so, the director for presidential initiative for agriculture and agribusiness. Honorable Otokuno. Or can who say, TV3 crowd. Or can send be and I buy so take steps say step now Burkina Faso are taking because they want to preserve and process their own way. No, yes, yeah, baby. Say yeah, bibi wo mind we my so ya almost so munyebi. Want to mean can say obi priority enye obi man so priority. But it's what you say. Fine, aba. And identifying the problem is part of the solution. Yes, you are here. Yes, you are. But I didn't back per se Ghana for any say Ghana, Africa, West Africa, and Africa at large. As I say, na ye ba kunti. Sa international trade no. Ewo. But what you say? But now for so almost important to be free Ghana. Anameboa. Baby, it is a baby basa. You best share the free mo. Now you pay quite a bit faster. We can also you best support your farmers. Now you to me and produce more tomatoes. Now you preserve it. And no here. But the first time my interest Ghana, ya share the cry yen free. All right. But it's what you say.
Me baby me any other identity. My me na me chief free na free. Yen sorry so cry. Team. The kind of yemia upokun necessary. No, na poku sister. But say money I ready be afato so na member boss na fi yen ko yenim na ya wo show na so ye ma ho fefo pa ma ho fefo and e did your birthday the kind okay yanko say happy birthday to my lovely sister Felicia or say SB Felicia or say SB or customs na we everyone kasa wo backbone brother na opoku a champion am friend Joe or ITV we my ITV waka so say o my happy birthday sister Vili and na wa hoda yankopon hira no mo ahode ne nkwachenchen na nyinche ensanso encounter sister Vili customs ne steps mpenifo nyina so my happy birthday ITV yenso be na ye nua Joe andemu yenso am happy birthday it's no to say oba ho fefo pa so no obogun you won't fee and my bow fee. All right, it is definitely my happy birthday, son. Young way anymore, nothing, no. And I'm saying, I on one picture now, white, no, that's a white, no. And I say, as no. But my mention can Mr. Producer. I know the same person now, okay. The same. Okay, and white, and was a white, no. Okay, yeah, Anita Brown. Okay, all right. You said no nka. All right, you know, Mami Fili, happy birthday and come on form. Ya brand in the common edibisi ewo ahanum. You say MPP and this young nakasa at the afa kwan ebisi afa son ebenya nso ano nso wofia wo hwe you know. We are trying to say from next month e kono the phone in segment e de be kan ye nkomo yi ho say na be mo fi nso mutumi aboa na yetumi ehunu nso mo kan no ye di mu ne beboa ene ne emboa ene owura Alhaji Ibrahim Gomo is NPP communication team member but over for new way bia na
Nasara organizers, constituency Nasara organizers.
okay all right okay na face you nua I think so and now the nkopezi bia Constituency secretary okay all right enti dam boba ha bi no e be sada agbe na ye di hu nkomo your friend me so people for amanfo so people me producers man so of bogo so me di wasi
Land.